Live.
Hi, everyone. My name is Desiree Pointer-Mace. I'm the Associate Dean of the School of Education at Alverno College. I'm joined here today by Mary Kaczynski, an instructor in some of our literacy programs, and we are working on how to host a Hangout on air so that we can bring expert practitioners from the field into our courses for preparing new teachers. Mary, you want to talk a little bit about what you're interested in?
Well, I am working with middle childhood students in literacy, both reading and writing, and developing young future teachers, into competent professionals that know both how and why and how to maximize student potential.
Wonderful. So now I'm actually going to show you what it'll look like if I screen share, and I'm just going to show a little bit of this document just so you can see that now this will be the document. Let's see, actually, it's this document that you're seeing, right, with my students.
Yes.
And so this is, yeah, exactly. This is a brief that Patricia Lupke and I wrote as part of some work that the University of Washington is doing about how we use our meeting time and how important it is for our collaboration and our outcomes. Now, while I'm doing this, I have a bottom pop-up that says Google Plus Hangouts is sharing your screen with plus.google.com, and I can actually click right here to stop sharing, and that'll bring me back to this page and show my video again. So one thing that is key, I think, to remember in a Google Hangout is that these little pictures of us in the corner, or however many people are participating, are still live whenever the person is speaking. So let's say that you were speaking, it's not a good time for me to like roll my eyes. So, you know, with students, it's important to remind them of nonverbals.
Okay.
And how you show active engagement. But also, because the easiest way for this to do it is to have it automatically recognize who's speaking, that if you, like I do, by default do a lot of back channeling when people are speaking. So if you're speaking and I'm going, it's going to kind of jigsaw back and forth between the two of us, and that's a little distracting.
And you call that back channeling?
Yeah, back channeling. So when people go, when anybody's talking, a very common way for speech interlocutors to show you that they're with you is by doing that kind of audio back channeling.
Okay.
But if you just turn it off, you can still show, either you can mute yourself, and I'll mute myself.
My husband would like that button.
But better and good for them too, if they're going to be videotaping in classrooms or interviewing students ever, is to teach themselves how to still show engagement without audio interrupting. So like, for example, when I am interviewing people by video, I very frequently will tell them ahead of time, because you almost expect it when you're speaking about something, to hear people occasionally say but if you were speaking, and I want to be able to really have that be a key piece, and importantly later, if I want to take my students to the YouTube channel and say, okay, we'll watch from 2 minutes to 5 minutes, where Ms. Kaczynski is talking about particularly important literacy strategies, and if when I go there, there's somebody in the background going, it's very distracting.
Okay.
But at any rate, in this one, I think now possibly you could go and look for the Control Room app and add it to yours. I'm not sure if it will work that way, but give it a try and let me know.
Is that under Showcase?
It would be in the left hand.
Oh, here's Control Room.
Yeah. Oh, you can see it now?
Yes.
Great. So that if you are the, I think if you are the host,
okay,
it gives you the ability to say, all right, so if I click it open, let's see, hold on, I'm going to share my screen, and then I'll do my entire screen, I think, share. Okay, so you should, yeah, again, we have this video, sort of recursive thing here, but if I click on Control Room, it will pop open, I think. Oh, no, it's not going to do that because it's confused by my screen sharing the exact page that it's on. Well, at any rate, if I click on Control Room, it gives me like a pop-up, kind of like the chat, where I can either turn off your video, like let's say that all of a sudden you wanted to, like I've had students who've had new babies and they all of a sudden are like, dealing with their baby and needing to nurse their baby, and then I can just from here turn off the person's video. Or if somebody has a lot of background noise, I can then turn down the audio on that person. Or if you're kind of quiet, I can turn it up too.
Okay.
So that's kind of helpful. I don't know if it will necessarily be useful for you in this particular purpose, but it's good to know about.
Good to know.
Because I just think that this Hangouts, tool is a wonderful way to get practitioners into the classroom.
Absolutely.
And you can find out a time when they have a prep or things like that, then you can do a Hangout like them, and then you get to see their learning environment. They can show pieces of student work. They can bring in colleagues and that kind of thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the broadcast.